Julius Randle has been blossoming. He's been outstanding.
He's been brilliant. Back to that Pelicans form.
Yeah, actually, definitely. I think he's the leading candidate for most improved player at this point.
And Obi Toppin.
A lot of comparisons to Amari Stoudemire, kind of like a poor man's Blake Griffin if you really want to stretch it. I just wanted to quickly touch on the New York Knicks. They've been surprisingly good. I didn't want to say anything early in the last episode. I wanted to bring them up a little bit, but it was only 5 games in. They had beaten some good teams at that point. They beat the Jazz, they beat the streaking Cavs at that point. They actually beat some good teams, and they've stayed relatively consistent. I just think they're on the right track again, finally. It's only been 20 years, save for one season when they made the playoffs in 2013. But they have been such a dumpster fire for so long. I just want the Knicks to be relevant again. I really do.
RJ Barrett looks like the real deal.
He does. He has ups and downs still. I'm not going to lie.
Man. It's
but I'm pulling
second
for him.
year, and as I've said on this podcast before, he's playing point guard. That is a really hard position to play in your first season or second season even, your first couple of years in the NBA. It's a lot of
responsibility.
Yeah, you're the primary ball handler. You are responsible for getting players the ball in the right situations. And I think this year he's already taken a huge step forward in his play on the court. He has those lapses, but again, he's 22, 23 years old.
Yeah.
There's so much more for him to learn and such, way more development in his game and more opportunity to be even better. So the fact that they're where they are now is a testament to the Knicks' development. Finally, bringing a player through and actually working with them to get them to that level. So props to the Knicks.
Yeah, absolutely. I just think that not only because of the play of RJ Barrett, but also obviously Julius Randle has been blossoming. He's been outstanding.
He's been brilliant. Back to that Pelicans form.
Yeah. Actually, definitely. I think he's the leading candidate for most improved player at this point. If he can keep it up, I don't know if what he's doing is necessarily sustainable. The same can be said for a lot of players, but because it's still early, we'll see how it goes. But the team has something resembling a good culture now. I think Tom Thibodeau was actually a really good hire for the team. He's going to make guys accountable. I still think he plays guys too many minutes, but these guys are young. I mean, Julius Randle is probably less than 25 years old. So, I mean, if
26.
He's 26? Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're playing him close to 40 minutes a game, look, he's not going to fall over on the court.
That's Tibbs.
That's Tibbs, yeah. Tibbs things for sure.
But yeah, just quickly on Julius Randle, he's top 20 in points, top 10 in rebounds, and 12th in assists.
That's impressive.
That's very impressive. Considering he's never had those assist numbers before, I just want to know where it's come from.
Yeah.
Prior.
In the offseason, he spent the whole time throwing the basketball at the wall and initiating passes.
Yeah, he's always been known as a ball stopper, Julius Randle.
Bit of a black hole.
The Knicks fans especially would jump on him straight away in a loss because he'd hold the ball up, is what they'd say. So the fact that he's now come out and is now averaging 6.7 assists per game is very impressive. His turnover numbers have gone up, but that's to be expected when you're averaging more assists. He's been, excellent. There's nothing more you can say about it. He's truly been absolutely superb.
Really good value contract. He makes $18 million a year.
Yeah.
So that's really, really good.
That's savvy. Which you don't get to say about the Knicks all that often. The fact that he's shooting 35% from three is really good.
Yep.
And his field goal percentage is at 50%. So all of those numbers are up on his career averages, which is a really good sign for, a young Knicks team.
Yeah. At the time of recording, actually, they've lost 5 straight, I believe. I just saw that there. So, the last 5 games haven't been amazing. The last 2 were competitive with Cleveland and Brooklyn.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, they're on the right track, honestly.
Look, the fact that they're there or thereabouts
in
in every game
Potential playoff
is
team.
much better than anything we've seen from them before. They've lost to some bad teams. They've lost to some good teams.
They beat some good teams, and they've also beat some bad teams. It's
But
been a
they're
mixed
also
bag.
young. They're a very young franchise. You know, like I can see them going a long way. So, you know, if they can hang on to their key players and continue to develop, you know, Elfrid Payton, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle,
Mitchell Robinson.
I
love that guy.
He's off contract, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of contract he lands. But yeah, I think
catch. That's a good point.
If they can continue to develop these guys, then yeah, they've got a big future. And Obi Toppin,
I've almost forgot about him because he hasn't played much.
He hasn't played.
Yeah.
He hasn't played.
I mean, I
think
shouldn't
he
have
played
forgotten about
last game. Let me just double check. Can you talk about something while I'm doing this?
Who knows? Yeah, I mean, we don't really know what to make of him yet. He's an exciting player. A lot of comparisons to Amari Stoudemire, kind of like a poor man's Blake Griffin, if you really want to stretch it. But nonetheless, he's an exciting prospect as well. So even if they let go of Robinson, and let's say they trade Randle while his value is extremely high, they can continue to build around Toppin. To me, the most important thing with the Knicks is that they're building good habits. They're playing strong defense, and the offense is going to catch up eventually. They just need to add talent, or the talent they have needs to improve, which I have all the faith in the world that RJ Barrett is going to be a good player, simply because his godfather is Steve Nash. I just think that that's such a good support system.
Yeah.
Like if Barrett's not playing well, you can bet that Nash is probably going to shoot him a text like, hey, man, do you want to get in the gym? Let's work on some things. And who better to work with than Steve Nash? Yeah. Although that might be tampering. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he's the head coach.
Yeah.
It would have to be off the record.
He's the head coach of their
crosstown rival.
Their rival, yeah. So back to Obi Toppin.
Yeah.
He played 10 minutes against Cleveland on the 15th of January. That's US time and date. He attempted 2 field goals, missed them both, including 1 3-pointer, which he also missed. But
Spicy stats.
His rebound numbers were 4 rebounds. He had 2 assists. He had 1 steal.
Yep.
And he had 1 turnover.
It was 10 minutes. He was a -2. So, yeah. We're going to draw all our conclusions off this one statistical game.
He has a long way to go.
Yeah.
Obi Toppin. He's had some injury problems since coming in. He had a calf strain issue. I think he had another issue as well. So over the Christmas break and in preseason. So yeah, I don't know. There's nothing you can say about him yet because he hasn't played. So when they end up with Obi Toppin on the court, we'll have a better idea of what to expect out of him.
Absolutely. The Knicks are my second team. I don't really say a lot about it. I think you might have referenced it a couple pods ago.
Yeah.
Where your team, the Knicks.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, you're not supposed to say that.
Yeah, I know. It's a big secret.
It's a secret. It's no longer a secret.
Yeah.
I've been a Knicks fan for a while. I just didn't say anything because they've been garbage.
Yeah.
But yeah, nonetheless, that's the Knicks. I think they're on the right track.
Yeah. They've done a good job getting the team to where they are.